Hi everyone, this is Anil. In this video, we will talk about understanding active cluster transaction for a workflow that is running and how to trace back to the workflow in the backend. Let's get started. So to test this, to demonstrate this, I have created a workflow called demo workflow. It has 5 activities. Uh, there's a timer that waits for 2 minutes, and there is a run script that runs and verifies if an incident is active. Uh, uh, or if an incident is valid, and then there is a turn still activity which limits the number of times it executes. So I've kept this limit as 20 as I want to avoid an infinite loop. Now, when we execute this workflow, it executes like this here, right? This one, and it will keep running for 20 minutes. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the execution order is 6, which means the execution order starts with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, again 4, 5, 6. So currently it is here, right? It ran like 2 times already this loop. So it will continue to run for 20 loops. Now, when this is happening, and if there is any database transaction that is running in the backend as part of this workflow, then you will see a cluster transaction like this, right? Which will tell you that it is running business rules, and then it is trying to run a URL, which is of this workflow. Now, if you look at the sys of this, which is mentioned in the URL, right? I mean, it is appended after the workflow text, which is 0177 and so on. All of this. If you take this, and if you go to workflow context, so for that you just have to go to uh, workflow active context like this, and you can search with sys is equal to that number, that alphanumeric text we have taken. So sys is this, and you will be able to identify which workflow execution is running as part of this cluster transaction. Now, this is especially beneficial when you're trying to monitor the load on the platform, and if you're trying to trace back to the workflow, and if you're trying to kill something, or if you think that specific workflow execution is not required, and if you want to kill it, then you'll be able to pinpoint exactly which context is running and what is the outcome of killing that transaction. So that is about this video. I'll do a quick recap. So this video is about understanding active cluster transactions for a workflow uh, and how to trace back to the workflow context. A cluster transaction looks like this. And here in the URL, you will see workflow as a text and then followed by a sys. So you'll take the sys and look at uh, workflow context table, which is wf underscore context, and then here you will filter with sys is equal to that text we have copied with active is equal to true. That should take you back to the workflow. And if you open the workflow execution record, you can start from here, open the context, and if you click on show workflow, you will see what is the workflow that is running. And you can also try to understand that from here, where you can say workflow activity history, and if you sort by created timestamp, then you can see all the activities that happened. So as you can see, there's a begin, uh, there's a wait immediately after that, and then after that, again, these transactions run, right? So this is how you can make use of this active transaction. Thank you for watching. This is Anil.